Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami nonok.
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother?
Bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera. Kakin chak nawagawa bakon. Donk kiba nukunek. Tonga buksha nagnong.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wanakumbes. Chi pala mulek. Tonki pa nagnonek. Tu nikton chun ke nemolek rabest. Wuf mala nibo kurk.
My mother's condition?
Ti umpa do ponta krita. Ak ti kondo ona chaba chisa wanki. Ti toki grantu kon chi chan kun green kanchan tu pro. Bok wala no bok cha. Ni chi kon chuva kin lorta ika kun.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami nonok.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
Chika don mulaka watayuma ka wamahona nek. Ashantington unumani patoka. Wana kuna best chinga pala multonki.
Thank you for informing me. I really must be going now. It seems my mother's been looking for me. Strange. Should we get the opportunity, could we look for her on Tatooine? We never did. I am interested in hearing about my father, however. Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she's really sick, well, we shall see. How can I help? Sorry. I'm just thinking about my mother. It's strange to hear news after all this time. It's quite distracting. Should we have the opportunity, I would like to find her on Tatooine. There's only one small colony there. It should not be difficult. It's not that I look forward to seeing her. I just can't help but wonder what she wants. But perhaps we have better things to do.
Yikukuno no ba mulira chikun. Jedabadawana kachi achuta. Jedabadawana ni mucho shakpak. Yikukuno no ba mulira chikun. Tonghit kun chonting. Ne boboje mata ne punage. Dolpi kikiwana. Chi gratu loda pograshi oneu kompa chintomo mochuba. Loda dita kun. Ita patisa batua kachatutonga. Pagrasha kon tichaka Chubakaha, chopa chawachiwish, yunku. Jodo jidbungarantang. Kachikun ida hodonga. Ikinku no bamulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Jedabadawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukashmak talea. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek tuk nin chatukun ne mule rabes. Achuta wonga kun bis dolbi kikoyana dong patugas maktelea. Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek tuk nin chatukun ne mule rabes.
Mucho shakapanga.
Tolpa da bongwale gando nangugu chut. Kavadum ku pelio botenya. Bonanai kuchu. Hawaga boska chokola. Mucha shag panka.
Kipuna. Bonana kichu.
Takom justach miki grabalmogo. Kachi ita hodunga.
Dong abuk shami nonok. Dong ki ba non tontek. Selima wanga kun bikin.
Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwale o gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chila mulane ni dubobo. Wonga kumbis jang ba mulira.
How can I help? Sorry, should we have the opportunity? Not that I look forward. The Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Tatooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes. Perhaps, though that would have been tens of thousands of years in the past. Now there's nothing but the howling emptiness of the Dune Sea. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location. How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
Yes, what's on your mind? Tatooine's just a desert planet. I hear the mining isn't going so well. I bet the colony gets abandoned before long. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. You got it.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would... Of course.
Yeah, what do you want? Tatooine is one big desert with rocks sticking out. I heard that some of my people came here after the war, but I don't know what happened to them. The world of my clan, Ordo, was much like this. Dust basins and rock crags. But my world at least has some green around the equator. This place is just sand all over. There are some vicious people on this world, but the desert is the real enemy. Trips out in the desert, especially the deep desert, should be taken very carefully. Do you have anything else you want to ask? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Hey there, what can I do for you? I always heard Tatooine was nothing but a rock covered by a bunch of worthless sand. I can't even figure out why Zerka Corp set up their mining operations here. Sorry I can't be more help, you know? Is there anything else I can do for you? Okay, have it your way.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve. After some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this. The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses. I assure you that the fee is non-negotiable. We have a very thin margin of profit on this world. As you wish. Let's wrap this up as soon as possible. That would be unfortunate. Zerka Corporation can't afford to extend credit. Everyone pays. That's the rule. Zerka Corporation maintains this docking station at great expense. It is within our rights to refuse landing permission. And I warn you, we've had troublemakers before. The bay is lined with autoguns. Violence is not a survivable option. I assure you... You know, I don't think you need to pay the fee. We'll let it go this time.
Well, that was easy. I sure wish I had special mind-affecting force powers.
This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure? There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look. I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it. It's common knowledge, so there's no harm in telling you. It's a tale of bad business. You see, Zerka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempt at sabotage by a rival company. Not totally barren. There were a few good years of mining, and limited operations are still in place. But the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business. Zerka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it. Pursuits that appeal to the casual traveler. There are some fearsome native species that provide exciting hunting. There are also lengthy, barren wastes that serve as fine soup tracks. Attracting business has been slow, however. Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. They're barely more than animals. The Sand People. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animal than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate. Not personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it. The Jawas are scavengers, and a bit primitive. Hard to understand. They have an affinity for droids. Some of our scientists believe that they may not be native to the planet. But how they got here, they may not even know. As I said, they're hard to understand. They usually end up slaves to the Sand People. They aren't fighters. Good traders, though. Not personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it. It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them. There isn't much to... It's not a... Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a native set. Of course, the site is quite old. From the look of it, it's been settled before. Zerka Corporation claimed it only a few decades ago. Some other corporation that went under, probably. Not a lot of records are kept about backwater places like this. I can't really get it. No, it's... You see, Zerka... It depends on what level. While you're at... I suppose you could... I can't say... There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look. I will answer as best I can. What will you need while on Tatooine? That's not much information. Could you tell me more? A star map? That's old holotech, isn't it? Not much reason to outfit this dry rock with tech like that. You could ask around, but for something like that, you'll probably have to go digging. I wouldn't know where to begin. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know. As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Ucua penki, tang ituamaji, human ak ikatune, chi itakanki, chana kilikon, chiwa itakanki, baba Hassan shan, no ba muli rati lai kuka. Ki muli ra kun kin, tong hitwama ak ikotune. Acua penki, yun patisa. Di chuba ji kutka naga kingbu mwa mulira dwana kingba nikcha lora kun Baba Hassan shan no ba mulira tilai kuka chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi inko tune chuna mulira tangi wama jikona tongki pa nonku nek abog chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo kun muliras limo poiwangak tang ituamaji human ak in ikatune. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra tang ituamaji kona. Tong kipa non kunek abog chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muliras limo poiwangak tang ituamaji human ak in ikatune chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra tang ituamaji kona. Tong kipa non kunek abog. Baba Hassan Shan. No ba muri rati lai kuka. Baba Hassan Shan. No ba muri rati lai kuka. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tang itwamaji kona. Tong kipa non kunek abog. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muliras limo poiwangak tang ituamaji human ak in ikatune. Ki mulira kun kin. Tong hitwama ak inkotune. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muliras limo poiwangak tang ituamaji human ak in ikatune. Baba Hassan Shan. No ba muri rati lai kuka. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tang itwamaji kona. Tong kipa non kunek abog. Ki mulira kun kin. Tong hitwama agi inko tune. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muliras limo poiwangak tang ituamaji human ak in ikatune. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tang ituamaji kona. Tong kipa non kunek abog. Ki mulira. Smilia! Tingkuin ko ka, patoga yak fuli ko kala, Gigi!
Papuilta, Kolo Luz, Ivan Rebu, Ikelti Rimos. Undasta Shelfa, Usta Kel Plis, Kolo Luzta. Papuilta, Kolo Luz, Ivan Rebu, Ikelti Rimos. Papuilta, Kolo Luz, Ivan Rebu, Ikelti Rimos. Tustadan Kelva, Hoisidan Kelva. Tudun Tustlag Van Nivel Kelva, Hoisidan Kelva, Vaninugan Kelva. Papuelta, Kolo Luz, Ivan Rebu, Ikelti Rimos.
Tatooine's a dust bowl, and that's all it'll ever be.
What can I do? What can I do?
What is it?
Sure.
Naboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non ket. Tuk ninja mulira rabes. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ba ma rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chihon kapi.
My mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen her.
Naboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non ket. Tuk ninja mulira rabes. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ba ma rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chihon kapi.
We should try to find her. I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba mulira rachikun. Mucha shakpangpa.
How can I help? Tatooine is a dry planet that has not been inhabited long and has little law. This town of Anchorhead may be its only settlement. Beyond that, there is little else I can tell you. Then I suggest we move on. How can I help? Sorry, it's not that I look forward.
Hey there, what can I do for you? I always heard Tatooine was nothing but a rock covered by a bunch of worthless sand. I can't even figure out why Zerka Corp set up their mining operations here. Sorry I can't be more help, you know? Is there anything else I can do for you? Okay, have it your way.
Yeah, what do you want? Tatooine is one big desert, with rocks sticking out. I heard that some of my people came here after the war, but I don't know what happened to them. The world of my clan, Ordo, was much like this. Dust basins and rock crags. But my world at least has some green around the equator. This place is just sand all over. There are some vicious people on this world, but the desert is the real enemy. Trips out in the desert, especially the deep desert, should be taken very carefully. Do you have anything else you want to ask? Your choice.
Something you want? I don't have a lot of time for talk, so please, make it quick. All right, but I'm not sure what I could say to interest you. I just work on the crawlers. I repair the sand crawlers when they return from the mines. They get pretty banged up, even without the attacks. The sand people attack them pretty regularly. Zerka Corporation is getting pretty sick of it, I hear. They've offered bounties on sand people for a while now, but few hunters take them up on it. Too dangerous. Try at the Zerka offices right here. They'd know. Oh, the big crawlers head out at dawn. That's so they avoid the bigger predators. The raid, I mean. Doesn't help avoid the sand people, though. They attack pretty regular, no matter what Zerka Corporation tries. Well, it's a hole in the galaxy as far as I'm concerned. I doubt this outpost will last much longer. But that's happened before and will happen again. Anchorhead has been resettled a few times now. Well, Tatooine fools people. It looks like it might have a good supply of resources, but it doesn't. Before a company learns this, they've already set up communities to support operations they now can't afford. Company pulls out, cities dry up, and after a few years, someone that doesn't know why it failed tries again. No one is. I guess it looked like a promising mining planet, but the metal, I tell you, it just isn't right. I've been a mechanic my whole life, and I've never seen anything corrode as fast as Tatooine metal. It's why whoever was here before left, and why Zerka will leave, and why whoever comes next will leave. All right then, back to work, I guess.
Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wanakun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Uba batu konchi. Tong nongbong shang yung yang. Tong patok smak delia. Kuya mi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chihong kabi. Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wanakun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company? If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses. Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll. Oh, you mean that Twi'lek? Must have slipped my mind for a second. Yes, of course I remember Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it. We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him. He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances. Zerka Corporation cares deeply for all of its employees. That's why we've started a bounty program to thin the Sand People numbers. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job. As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please. Very well, though I do have work to get back to. Of course. Zerka Corporation records are available at our representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours, please. For your needs here, we maintain a fully stocked storehouse. Speak with Greta Holda about any purchases. Certainly. Please pose your questions to the representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours, please. I suppose you're right. It's not like you can't tell the state of things just by looking around. Mining operations here have not been a success. The ore is substandard, and there's less of it than surveys indicated. With the Sand People raids on top of it all, it's no wonder this planet has been abandoned before. No one knows. There are odd energy fluctuations on this planet, but they defy analysis or explanation. But the effect is obvious. Ore taken from Tatooine is useless for construction. It degrades incredibly fast. Word is getting out about it too. We're running out of buyers. Zerka Corporation is not doing well here. The company would be foolish to stay. It will be costly, but in the end, leaving will be cheaper than staying. I imagine all the heavy equipment will be abandoned. It's not worth shipping out things like sandcrawlers. Maybe the Jawas will find a use for them when we're gone. That's a laugh. We can't ignore evidence that Anchorhead was settled more than once before, and abandoned each time. There's probably a century between each attempt. Just long enough for records about why it failed to disappear. The Jawas scavenge ancient tech all the time. It's a remote world. Who knows what's here? Very well, though I do have work to get back to. I assume that by out of the ordinary you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerka Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants. Zerka Corporation policy is not subject to your approval. It is a sound business model. Save us your commentary. If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message. Very well, though I do have work to get back to. As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is. We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license. With the downturn in mining, people want any chance at credits they can get. Most wouldn't survive a day, let alone qualify as hunters. The last license issued before the ban was given to a woman named Marlena Venn. She'll do fine. She had a mean streak a parsec wide. She also paid double. Exceptions like this are rare, unless it suits the company to offer them. Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sandcrawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains. Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're ceremonial weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good. Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sandcrawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them. Very good. Zerka Corporation looks forward to your future business.
Achua Penki, Yun Patisa, Tijuba Jikutka Naga, Kingu Mwa Mulira Dwana, Kimba Nikcha Lora Kun. Kakinja Nawabakaon, Bagwa Shank Kontimachit Chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi inko tune chunamuri ra tangi wama jiko na tongki pa nonku nek abog chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo kun muri ra slimo poiwanga tangi wama ji human ak in ikatune kakincha nawabagaon Bagwa Shank Kontimachit Ki Mulira Kun Kin Tong Hitwama Ag Inko Tune Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha Na Chupornibo Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga Tong Hitwama Ji Human Ak in Ikatune Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha Agi inko tune chunamuri ra tangi wama jiko na tongki pa nonku nek abog baba Hassan shan no ba muri ra tilai kunka kakincha nawabagaon bagwa shank kontimachit Chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo kun mulira slimo poiwanga tangi tuama ji human ak in ikatune kakincha nawabagaon bagwa shank kontimachit chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi inko tune chunamuri ra tangi tuama jiko na Tongki pa nonku nek abog
What?
What can I do?
What?
Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes.
Hey there, what can I do for you? Talk! What is there to talk about? Those sand people took my brother prisoner. Griff may be a slime, but we have to go rescue him. We can't just leave him with those monsters. I knew I could count on you. There's definite fringe benefits to being friends with a Jedi.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing. Nothing left. Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare. I wouldn't have any idea who to trust. My husband didn't know most of them. He wasn't a proven hunter yet. I think one of them killed him. I have my suspicions. I'd rather trust a newcomer like you. Will you help after? I'll try to answer what I can. It's the bone plate from the head of the desert raid. My husband was so proud when he found it. He had just started hunting. He said he felt sure the next hunt would bring in more, so we waited to sell this one. Then he never came back. Will you help after? We spent everything on my husband's hunting gear. We hoped that the sport would support us. We hoped. Whoever killed him took everything. All I have left is this desert raid plate. We thought we were so lucky when he brought it home. If I could sell it, the kids and I could get out of here. Maybe buy passage to Coruscant? I don't know. Will you help after? I still can't believe he's gone. What do you want to know? His name was Ward Fizark. He used to work in the mines, but they scaled back last year. He was new to hunting, but he was a good fighter. Used to be a soldier. We spent everything on his gear. After a few trips, he didn't come back. Guards say his sandcrawler crew found his body stripped of everything. Nobody saw anything, and most of the other hunters never even knew him. He had just started. I don't trust any of them. But those Gamorreans, they just laugh when they see me. I think they did it. It doesn't matter. There's no justice on Tatooine. I don't care what happens to them. I just need credits. I've got to think about my family, not those vicious pigs. Will you help out? We spent whoever killed him took. If I could sell... Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits. You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits. $700 credits. Oh, thank you. It is more than generous of you. I don't know what to say. I just don't.
Wow. Sometimes helping people feels pretty good, you know?
Thank you for helping this woman. It may not seem like such a great thing to you, but you are making a difference.
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
Abuelta, Colo Cruz, Ivan Rebu, Miguel y Rimo, Untastar Shialfa, Uftar Gel Plis, Colo Cruz, Abuelta, Colo Cruz, Ivan Rebu, Miguel y Rimo, Untastar Shialfa, Uftar Gel Plis, Colo Cruz, Abuelta, Colo Cruz, Ivan Rebu, Miguel y Rimo, Untastar Shialfa, Uftar Gel Plis, Colo Cruz, Abuelta, Colo Cruz, Ivan Rebu, Miguel y Rimo, Untastar Shialfa, Uftar Gel Plis, Colo Cruz, Abuelta, Colo Cruz, Ivan Rebu, Miguel y Rimo. Der Bundas, Uftar Gel Plis, Uudasta sieltä. Ja kundas. Uudstakel please. Uudasta sieltä. Ja kundas. Uudstakel please. Uudasta sieltä. Apuilta. Kolotus Ivannevu. Ikelti Rimo. Ja kundas. Uudstakel please. Uudasta sieltä. Ja kundas. Uudstakel please. Uudasta sieltä. Uudasta sieltä. Uudstakel please. Kolotusta. Ja kundas. Uudstakel please. Uudasta sieltä. Apuilta. Kolotus Ivannevu. Ikelti Rimo. Uudasta sieltä. Uudstakel please. Kolotusta. Ja kundas. Uudstakel please. Uudasta sieltä. Apuilta. Kolotus Ivannevu. Ikelti Rimo. Uudasta sieltä. Uudstakel please. Kolotusta. Rojo. Antipian kolutio. Apuilta. Kolotus Ivannevu. Ikelti Rimo.
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt Desert Raid. I don't babysit. Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out banthopats, but thanks all the same. My name is Doric Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays? If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me, as it has for almost everyone. Perhaps someone else is holding out, but there are simply fewer raid out there. It used to be a one-on-one test. Hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters, but some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that? That's not for me to say. I won't be a troublemaker in so small a community. You'll see. Hunt, and you will see. I've tracked wild beasts my whole life, but I've only been hunting here for 5 years. I've much to learn yet. There are hunters that go after the big kills, the crate dragons. I don't know how they do it. I never even see the things. Comad is the one I respect, but I also trust that the only difference between us is experience. I will learn. I don't go telling stories about other people. You want to know what they think? You go talk to them. One word, though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Gurk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey. Just watch your back when you hunt. The dragons aren't the only dangers out there. If that's what you want. You'll have to ask around. Comad Fortuna is a much more experienced hunter than I am. He hunts far from Anchorhead. The local Jawas are a good source of information, even if it is hard to understand them. It may cost you, though. Again? Well, if you want to waste your day, that's your business, I guess. If that's what you want. Good hunting.